We all have to farm the Old Republic characters, and we don't really know too much about them. We know Bastila Shan Fallen's already pretty decent, and HK-47 Rework looks like it's going to be solid, and those two characters are the obvious ones that are going to be very good and actually be used beyond the Darth Revan Journey event. However, what about these other guys? We got Canderous Ordo, and we got Carth Onasi, and then we got this albino chick right here. What can we do with these guys? There hasn't really been a lot of videos with them, and I think really the reason why we haven't seen much of Carth, Canderous, and Juhani is one, people are just getting them now, and two, from the testing I did on the test account, which we will see soon, I don't really find myself too impressed with them. However, I have found some interesting things you could do with them, mainly for Grand Arena and Territory Wars, and one of them kind of involves the Tusken Shaman. I'm not kidding. Stay and watch the video so you can find out. So I'm going to run through a few battles and show you what these guys are made of on the test account. And really, this team needs one Zeta to be decent. I'm not going to say amazing, but it's decent. And that one Zeta you really need no matter what is Carth's leadership, Soldier of the Old Republic. And mainly, this team is designed around damage over time. And every time you're applying a damage over time effect, all Old Republic allies are going to recover 3% health and protection. Health and protection regeneration is a good Zeta. And also, the reason why it's kind of a good Zeta, because in Grand Arena, every little point matters. And especially if you can get your team back up to 100% health or 100% protection, those extra banners could be determining the win or loss of a Grand Arena outcome. So we're all forced to farm and gear up these characters, and we don't know how difficult the Darth Revan event is going to be, but if we have to gear these characters up to gear 11, gear 12, if that's going to be the case, gosh forbid, this will be a usable team if you slap that Zeta on Carth Onasi. You got yourself another Grand Arena Territory War team. So we're going to flip over to my test account, and yes, we do have all the Zetas for these guys, but really, you don't need all these Zetas. The Carth Onasi one is highly recommended. That's what gets this team going. And secondly, if you are going to run Mission and Zalbar, I really like the me and Big Z Forever Zeta because you're going to get Mission to constantly assist, and this team really needs that extra damage output. So minimum one, preferably two Zetas on this team. So I tried out a variety of these teams, all of them kind of focused around damage over time, but really the best results I kind of got stemmed from a full Old Republic team, and Bastila Shan has kind of been the pinnacle for this team to be able to beat something decent. So here we go. They're going to start off, do all their funny shenanigans, and really the reason why this team does all right against Bastila is because we have the double taunts, and of course it depends what Bastila team you're running around with. Usually if you don't have Revan, this is probably the best Bastila Shan team you can use before you can get access to Jedi Knight Revan. So here we go. Nasty beginning. The Carth teams are not going to be quick off the top, and now we got to worry about getting through all of this garbage protection that they're going to have. But luckily, between Mission and Zalbar and Canderous, those guys are going to churn through all this protection, hopefully a bit quicker than usual. So here we go. Boom. There we go. We got the taunt. The other good thing about Juhani is that she's going to be cleansing for your Old Republic team. All right, so we got some tenacity down, which should help us get through his high tenacity and hopefully start landing some damage over time, which I see we are starting to get a couple, so very nice. Let's try to get some more on there. All right, Canderous is really... Whew, man, Canderous, man, if he doesn't get those damage over times out, this team just kind of falls apart. And then also these assists from Mission are just so clutch. That Zeta is kind of very helpful for an Old Republic team or a Scoundrel team, if that's what you want to run. Let's put Mission under stealth right now. Cool, we got blind up. Very nice. Here comes an assist right there. Let's do an AoE ability right here. It gets some more damage over time. There we go. Kenobi lost his bonus protection from Bastila. So now we should be able to hopefully take him down a little bit. Here we go. Boom. All right, let's do another assist. Boom. So we're going to burn through Kenobi, hopefully in a second. Look at Canderous, and he's getting a bunch of turn meter. Beautiful. Look at that. And Juhani, we could do our AoE ability, not worry about Retribution, because they're not going to counterattack when she's under stealth. So we were able to get through Kenobi pretty quickly. Now, I kind of want to go after Jolee, but you know what? Let's just try to start going through his protection, because Jolee, he's going to be a huge annoyance. It's already bad enough. He soaks up damage very well. There we go. Dave should help out a little bit. And plus he's probably going to revive Kenobi in a few moments. Let's see. No damage over times, unfortunately. That's fine. We'll just quickly take out Kenobi. Here, let's take out Kenobi. And one more, maybe a couple more hits here. And I think one more hit, we should be able to get Kenobi out of here. Luckily, Mission and Zalbar and Canderous, they're going to take care of this. Here we go. And there we go. So now let's go back to Jolee And I'm probably going to fast forward this because this team, due to all this high protection, it might take us a little bit. But I'm feeling pretty comfortable now that we got at least Kenobi out of the way. We got rid of one of the revives. The rest should be okay. So let's try to fast forward this battle. Let's see how it turns out.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash.
All right, so we got Jolee out of the way. Obviously, once Jolie's taken out of the picture, whether it's a Bastila Shan team or if it's going to be a Revan team, you can pretty much put it on auto, and you're feeling pretty good. So we were able to do it, and we won by a pretty decent margin. This Bastila team had the better mods. It had Yoda. It's got the speed. It's got the protection up. But because of all these assists, I might have to revise what I said earlier. I'm really kind of leaning towards that mission Zeta really was helpful. She's getting all these extra assists out there when Zalbar is attacking. It really is pretty clutch. So this right here is the pinnacle, I think, for a Carth and older Republic team. And just for full disclosure, let's take that Jedi team we just used and go up against the exact Carth team that I just used here. Now, really, if you take out Canderous really quickly, I mean, the reason why I'm not too impressed with the Carth team is that I haven't really had too many difficulties beating Carth on defense, no matter if it's in the real world, because I'm starting to see some Carth teams in Grand Arena and whatnot, and really, it's not all that difficult of a team to beat. Honestly, you could probably just put it on auto and call it a day, but I just kind of want to show you both sides of the coin. Jedi teams aren't going to struggle on offense. They're pretty much going to cream through it, but I just want to show you that on offense, the Carth team is actually pretty interesting, and it does work on defense against a couple of things. So let's go now. Let's show you some Carth teams on defense and how some teams might struggle against all that health and protection regeneration going on with Carth. So the next thing I want to show is Carth against Night Sisters. Now we're going to toss in Darth Sidious just to show you some other stuff, so I'm not showing you the same lineup over and over again. And you kind of have a lot of leeway to go up against a Night Sister team because all the health and protection regeneration makes it very difficult for Mother Talzin and her crew to kind of take you down because they rely heavily on the Plague. And if I could just keep regenerating health and protection, it's no big deal. So in a moment, I believe, you know what, let's save this AoE ability because I want to show you how important it is. Actually, let's just, you know what, we'll save the AoE ability because the AoE ability is why we have Darth Sidious here. And if he can just splash a bunch of AoE damage, whew, that'd be beautiful. Let's hide under stealth for the time being. All right, here we go. Let's get some damage over times on the board. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. We have Plague off Canderous. We got Plague off Carth. And now we're going to get the mission to assist right here. Very nice. Another assist right there. Let's actually, let's trigger the first death, the first revive that Night Sister Zombie will allow. Let's trigger the second death here. All right, so I was hoping to show you the AoE ability and the clear out all the Plague, but everyone's already got rid of the Plague. But let's do it anyways. Boom. Look at all that massive health and protection regeneration right there. And that's just from Sidious screwing around. He has no other purpose on this team except just to really mess up the Plague. And this team, I mean, I'm not struggling at all. They lost old Daka. She's not coming back anymore. Let's start going after Saj Ventress. Let's see if I'm trying to save my AoE abilities so you guys can see me be able to regenerate health really quickly. Boom, Mother Talzin's gone. And there we go. The healing immunity from Sidious kind of helped us out a little bit. So that way, look at this. Does anyone have Plague? Okay, we have one Plague on mission. Let's slow it down. Boom. All gone. I mean, it's a fun little team. And this is just with Darth Sidious screwing out in a Carth team. If you want to get really serious, then you could probably look towards Juhani for a full Old Republic team or Wampa and whatnot. But really, this was just a lot of fun. I'm just trying to demonstrate to you the possibilities of other types of lineups here. Let's get rid of the zombie or the spirit finally. Boom, boom. And there we go. So very cool. Let's flip it around and show you Night Sisters on offense because against a good Carth team, Night Sisters might take some time to take out a good Carth team. So let's check it out real quick. So I'm just gonna leave Darth Sidious on defense just for the giggles, just to show you what it's like. But I mean, probably Juhani or Wampa is probably the better option. One of the better teams I've actually seen with Carth when I was in Grand Arena was Wampa in place of Darth Sidious or Juhani, whatever else you'd want to put there. That's what I found to be most interesting. But other than that, man, just Night Sisters are gonna struggle a little bit. Let's see if we can get a stun over on Carth. Oh, perfect. But look at that. Darth Sidious, man, he just plopped a bunch of damage over times on us. He took a squad on us. And he was able to take care of the initial Plague, but now we're going to get Canderous in here and Carth in here. Look, all my Plagues, they're going away. Stay with me. My goodness, look at 10 damage over times on Night Sister Zombie. They're just plowing through. And the damage over times, I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, but if the damage over times defeat the character, they won't trigger a revive from Night Sister Zombie. So I've noticed that when doing a bunch of damage over time tests lately. So it's another little trick or glitch. I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's something important to point out with this damage over time focused team. But luckily, we can keep calling her to assist to try to land some stun locks. But man, I'm starting from square one. They have full health and full protection. In a second, Darth Sis is going to plop a big one on me. My goodness. Oh, and you know, I tried this as well with Nest in place of Night Sister Spirit. That's another type of Night Sister combination you might typically see out there in the wild, and that does do better than Night Sister Spirit to an extent, but still, this team can do very well even without Nest. I mean, that's usually the line that people like to gravitate towards, and it's really one of the biggest problems is Zalbar constantly taunting, which is one reason why Nest does a little bit better in this particular lineup. Oh my goodness, they're just destroying me right now. But we should be able to win this battle. Yeah, there we go. Our damage is through the roof now. So there we go. That took us a decent amount of time to take out this team. And luckily, we should probably get all of our Night Sisters to revive. And now it's time to show you my secret weapon. Tusken Shaman. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys to gear up Tusken Shaman, but I just want to goof around, have some fun, show you the theory crafting possibilities out there, because Tusken Shaman has a lot of damage over time synergy. He can apply a lot of damage over time on his basic. He can regenerate a lot of health for the team, a 20% max health plus an additional 10% for each enemy suffering a negative status effect. And then right here, anytime someone's being defeated, he's getting a bunch of Terminator and he's regenerating health. So let's just show you how it goes up against a Bosk Daddy team, another team you're going to see quite a lot in Grand Arena and Territory War. So they're going to get the jump on us. They're going to do pretty well here, but I just want to try to quickly take out the Bosk Daddy as fast as possible. Here we go. Let's see. Do we need the heal? We don't need the heal just yet. So let's just try to get some damage over time over on Bosk. I modded him for tenacity. Oh, they're going after Tusken Shaman. Leave the Tusken Shaman alone. But the modding Bosk for tenacity is really the way to go. So that way it's very hard to land all these debuffs. I kind of modded Bosk for a pretty good scenario here. Let's see if we can get some damage over times. 3, 4. All right, let's get some armor shred. There we go. We got another assist right there. I don't know if Tusken Shaman's gonna make it. Will he make it? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We just got to get that healing from him. I just want to get the healing at least so we can show you how it works. Look at 12. Can we get some more? Let's get to 13, 14. Oh my goodness, Bosk Daddy's not looking too good. Here we go. Here comes the heal. Oh, but too bad. He's gonna die off with the next thermal detonator, and he had healing immunity on him. But while we were goofing around right there, if you guys notice, we creamed Bosk. A high tenacity Bosk got creamed, and we're gonna cream the rest of this team right here. Oh man, Tusken Shaman, he bit the dust. Rest in peace. So we didn't get to see too much of Tusken Shaman. They knew he was the real threat. And let's see. Boom, boom. Yeah. This team can be fun against a Bosk team, because I know some people struggle against teams like Bosk and Night Sisters. This is a team you're forced to farm again. And look, you're gonna find ways to take advantage of this team. We're just clobbering through. And again, it's really the Carth Zeta and the Mission Zeta that's helping us out a lot. And there we go, AoE ability. And there we go. Very cool. It's another team that does very well up against another Grand Arena Territory team. That's what this is. It's not going to be an arena team, but if you can take a team that you're forced to farm and use it for something else, it's not going to be a complete waste. So just for fun, let's take this Bosk team and go up against that exact Carth team we had with the Tusken Shaman. And I'm going to toss an IG-88 with the Zeta to be a little sneaky, because the IG-88 Zeta prevents the protection and health regeneration. So let's see if we can make it work. But if they get their whole train going, it could spell a lot of trouble for my team. And let's see, come on, we got to get Bosk the taunts. Oh my gosh, they're already plowing through us right now. My goodness, luckily the high tenacity Bosk was able to resist a lot of that stuff. There we go, AoE time. All right, we got a couple of target locks now. I'm going to have to go after Tusken Shaman to try to trigger my contract here. There we go. Let's renew some of these thermal detonators everywhere. Okay. Oh boy, let's see. I just don't want them to churn through my Bosk. Okay, they're gonna start going. Oh, they got Daze. All right, they got Tenacity down. Not looking good so far. We're stuck behind a taunt. Let's see if we can get some Terminator going for Zam. All right, the 3 damage over time. Let's see, they're just starting. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh boy, 12. Oh boy, 16. So they're at 16. All right, let's get rid of Oh boy, let's get rid of Tusken Shaman. All right, contract triggered finally. All right, can I get an ability block on someone? All right, cool. All right, we're gonna get rid of Candace hopefully in a second here. Okay, all right. Okay, they're churning through us. Come on. Oh my goodness, 22 damage over times. We lost the boss daddy. Ah, yikes. And this is only a team working with 4 characters. Tusken Shaman didn't do much because I just plowed through him right away. My goodness, we're stuck behind the taunt. That is not good. That is not good for my team. Can we stun Zalbar? All right, we got a stun on Zalbar. Oh, that's not going to be enough to take him out. Let's see if we can start working over on Candace. Let's get a big hit over here. All right, come on. There we go. There we go. That's what I was hoping for an assist. Oh, but Candace, man, if you don't control Candace, he's just going to mow through your team as basic over and over again. And all of his damage up, but we're still stuck behind the Zalbar taunt. We need Boba Fett. Yikes, this was not a full Old Republic team that was actually working. This is a team that was kind of working on only a couple of wheels because Shaman didn't do much and they just burned through my team. Well, hopefully you're a believer of the Tusken Shaman hype. Ladies and gentlemen, like the video if you did enjoy it, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And until the next video.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Get down, 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 down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a bitch. Party Richter, Party Richter. Get down, down, down.